I fled California. Should you? What's up guys, this is Ivan with Reformanda Radio, and today I want to talk to you guys about why I fled California. Why I took my whole entire family, uprooted them from the place where I was born, from the place where I lived most of my life, all the way across the US. As we know, as of late, there have been lots of people moving from blue cities into red states. This has been termed the Great Migration, and so people have been shifting and shuffling, and they've been moving to places where they find a better lifestyle. But what I wanted to do is just give you some of the reasons why I myself moved from California, where I was born and raised, a place I loved and a place that I never thought that I would leave. What caused me to leave such a beautiful place? The taxes. The taxes on average were about 13% in California. And so whenever I looked at my paycheck, I would always have this sense of regret and disappointment when looking at my paycheck and seeing that this big chunk was going away to the state and going away from my own bank account. These taxes were some of the highest in the nation, and they're lining the pockets of the politicians, and they're going into failing public schools. The high cost of living. In California, the average house price was about $800,000 when we lived there. And so if we wanted to live there comfortably and have a house, we needed to make around like $150,000 to $200,000 a year. And we're a single family income who homeschools our kids. And so that wasn't an option. And so if I ever wanted to live in a house, it wasn't going to be in California, especially in Southern California, where the cost of living is even higher. Gas prices are extremely high. If you want to commute to work, you're also going to be paying for that. Houses are expensive. Gas is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Now you might say, hey, this is all due to inflation, but it's even higher in California. The values. California's values to me are anti-family and anti-homeschool. California is so pro-union that the teachers' unions get a lot of the tax money, and they use the power of the legislature to put in laws that prohibit and to restrict charter schools. And so over the years, every single year, there's always something that comes out that restricts charter schools even more and even more and even more, because they want everybody going to their failing public schools. Also anti-family. Lately there have been laws that have been coming out that make it seem that parents don't actually have any rights. If the kid wants to do something with their body, a lot of times they don't even have to inform the parents. They don't inform the parents about what's going on and what's being taught in the schools as well. And crime has been rising in a lot of blue states and in a lot of blue cities, and so there's a lot of soft on crime policies in California. The shoplifting policy, that if you don't steal anything above around $900, then it's not a felony. And so they're choosing not to prosecute these crimes, and they're choosing to let these crimes go and not prosecute them. And so it's no wonder why you see a lot of people leaving the state, and a lot of companies as well. There are so many news outlets showing these scenes of people just grabbing stuff and then people just sitting by and not being able to do anything. I grew up going to Venice Beach and Santa Monica, taking a stroll, doing some skateboarding, playing basketball, enjoying all the rides. But now when you go down there, there are tents, there are so many homeless people sleeping on the ground, they're drunk.
Since Newsom has taken office, more than $20 billion have been spent to reduce homelessness, but the number of unhoused has grown by a third.
And I lived also in Ventura County. And Ventura County actually has a separate court for homeless people. They treat homeless people different than they do the rest of the population. That is the definition of unjust. They are not getting fair treatment. They're getting better treatment. They are not being treated like the rest of society. And so there was one incident where someone was stabbed in the neck by a homeless person in downtown Ventura in broad daylight. This is what these policies are doing to California. Mandates. In 2020, the mandates came down so hard in California. We were mandated to wear masks. We were mandated to get the jab if you wanted to go to Magic Mountain. You weren't allowed to go to the beach. And at one point, we were in Santa Barbara, and the police, the sheriff, came on horseback and ushered everybody off the beach and said, you have to get off the beach because of these unjust laws and mandates. And people lost their businesses. You couldn't go out to eat. And this lasted for a long time. And so what we realized is that we didn't want to be around for the next crisis. These are some of the reasons why we left California and why you should maybe think about leaving as well. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section. That's it for now. Until next time, to God alone be the glory.